Hello, I'm Double D and welcome to my second after-action report for Operation Epsom, the Scottish Corridor Campaign for Combat Mission. I explained some history behind the Operation Epsom in the first video, so I won't bore you with a repeat. Please watch the first video if you want more background on the operation. This second battle in the campaign is called the Road to Cheux and is a direct follow-on from the first battle. I think Cheux means cabbage in French. There's a pointless bit of info for you. Strategically, the 9th Cameronians have been ordered to advance and secure the small hamlet of La Cloche de Bernard, which is south of Cheux. It's currently held by a handful of Waffen-SS from the 2nd Hitlerjunge Battalion. Based upon my victory in the previous battle, the SS are expected to be veterans with mostly high motivation, possibly some fanatics. There are also reports of a Tiger tank in the area, which has made me raise an eyebrow. It's the afternoon of the first day of the operation, June 26th, 1400 hours. It continues to rain and the ground is very wet and muddy. Any movement of vehicles in the fields risk getting bogged in the mud. I have 40 minutes to clear out the objective, so let's look at what I'm in command of. I have 2 platoons, 16 and 17, from D Company, both of which took part in the previous battle earlier today. They have not been resupplied or reinforced. 16 platoons suffered heavy casualties and are around 50% strength. I have one section with only 2 wounded riflemen, and the other 2 sections comprise Enfield rifles, and both sections have a brain gun, which is a positive. Additionally, 16 platoon expended around a third of their ammunition during the fight for Hook, which leaves them in a depleted situation. Not good. Thankfully, 17 platoon was in reserve during this morning's battle. They are at full strength and well stocked with ammunition and equipment. For support, I've been allocated the 2 Churchill tanks from the 1st Royal Tank Regiment, which also took part in the previous battle. However, one of the Churchills was stuck in the mud towards the end of the battle, and the Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers, or the REMI, haven't dug it out yet, so we're down 1 Churchill from the start. The active Churchill has only 6 HE rounds, but is well stocked with AP, which we'll need if there is a Tiger out there. It's also well stocked with HMG rounds. This will be its main weapon for the attack. From an on-the-ground perspective, let's look at our avenues of attack. On the left flank, we have a small orchard as our start line, beyond a large open fields with brocage and direct front. A road runs to the right of the fields, left of the brocage, which splits the AO down the centre. From the centre, we have another small orchard as our start line. To our front, we have small fields, some farm buildings and small hedgerows. It looks like there is good concealment in this approach. The right flank. I have to view from the edge of the centre orchard. My entire right flank is exposed fields. In the distance, 500 to 600 metres, are brick-built dwellings. These present the SS with excellent cover for suppressive fire. Based on all of this intel, let's review the plan of attack. Firstly, I want to leverage the firepower of the Churchill. It cannot manoeuvre from the main highway, so is restricted to the left flank of the brocage that runs down the centre of the AO. Any infantry that I move to the right side of the brocage will be isolated and the Churchill cannot support. I'd usually choose the attack path with the most concealment or cover. This would be down the centre on the right side of the brocage, towards the farm buildings. In this case, I cannot take that route, else the infantry loses fire support from the Churchill. This forces me down the centre, following the left side of the centre brocage. To take this route of manoeuvre, I shall take an offensive strategy. All my movement will be covered by active suppressive fire. I shall use 16 platoon to set up a fire base at Bosley. They shall lay down suppressive fire together with the Churchill's HMGs upon the facing brocage. 17 platoon shall advance down the highway, staying left of the brocage to ensure the Churchill can provide fire support. I have identified the objectives Lake and Hayward. 17 platoons shall sweep into these, clear them out, and then return back to the road to advance. Objective Dietrich is a potential SS overwatch area. I'll lay down suppressive fire and adjust an 81mm barrage onto this and the southern edge of Hayworth to support the advance. All fire will be preemptive. I will not wait to be fired upon in order to locate the enemy. The risk in this strategy is ammunition. I can easily replace bullets and soldiers, I hope. We immediately start with suppressive fire. Sniper's team from D Company advance together with 16 Company. The entire 17 Company relocate from the right side of the Bocage onto the left, moving to the road. A mortar barrage falls on the Bocage at Hayworth. All of 16 Company advanced to Bosley to lay down suppressive fire. Despite the short range, the barrage is not that accurate. Lead elements of 17 platoon start to advance down the road. The initial barrage has been called on the Bocage of Objective Lake. While HMG suppressive fire from the Churchill is directed at Dietrich. First, second and third sections from 17 platoon advance down the road. This is all preventive fire. We are yet to spot the Waffen SS. Suddenly the infantry get an armour spot. It's not a Tiger, but a tank destroyer. It's not as well armoured, but it's still very effective. The mortar barrage is quickly redirected from Objective Lake to the Dietrich line. Our fire is still preemptive with no SS Waffen contacts. First section 17 platoon start to assault Objective Lake with preemptive fire using section attack team. split sections leapfrog forward. Forward observer team call an end to the artillery barrage.
Hello, check fire, end of mission, out.
And 1st Section 17 Platoon start to sweep through Objective Lake.
Listen up, lads.
We're still yet to encounter the SS Hitlerjunge.
Keep moving! Go, go, go!
17 Platoon continue to utilise the preemptive fire tactic. Objective Lake appears to be deserted. Two section moves past 1st Section and advances toward Objective Hayworth.
Break it up, you wankers. On your feet. Let's go.
As 2 Section hits the blockage at Hayworth, we get our eyes on the 1st SS. The entire section returns fire. And the 9th inflict their first casualty. 3rd Section advance behind 1st. And as I make the decision to abandon Bosley and move up 16th Platoon and the Churchill, the tank destroyer moves. Visual contact is quickly lost, and we rely on sound contacts. As the Churchill advances, the 1st Section encounter tank traps which completely block the main road. Whilst D Company advanced down the main highway, the company sniper section moved towards the left flank. Their orders are to advance to Dietrich and assess. Whilst 3rd Section 17 Platoon move past Objective Lake and move up 16 Platoon to move in, secure the objective and set up a fire base. They advance and sweep through the farmhouse outbuildings. Then reconnoitre and secure the main farmhouse. Meanwhile, 1st Section 17 Platoon continued advance with preemptive fire, firing upon risky areas or any sound contact. You gotta love the bread. Suddenly an advanced element of 1st Section get eyes on the tank destroyer. I order the entire infantry company to hold fire and try to relocate the Churchill. If I can get the Churchill with eyes on, the tank destroyer has left its left flank open. Solid hit. The tank destroyer is knocked out. And 17 Platoon quickly continue their advance. Elements of 1st and 2nd Section push into the courtyard at Hayworth. Whilst the rest of the platoon follow up on the main road. The Churchill starts to lay down suppressive fire on my right flank, while 17 Platoon prepare to assault the hamlet. We get eyes on the SS and suffer our first casualty. Platoon reacts and moves into a flanking position. The SS aren't surrendering, and the 9th aren't taking prisoners. Ammo is starting to become a problem, so I send a few units back to grab whatever they can get their hands on. This includes the company commander and his 2IC unit. With a handhold on the main objective, I start to push elements of sections into the buildings. With 2nd Section support element on the ground floor, I push 3rds up onto the 1st floor. They spot SS in the small copse in front of them and open fire. It's an ambush. An MG fire rakes across through. I take 6 casualties in seconds. I ordered the Churchill into the muddy fields in order to try and provide support. The 3 sections assault element puts down smoke to try and help the mates. The rest of the platoon rushes to try and provide cover fire so they can try and treat the wounded. The SSMG continues to spit out death. The Churchill is ordered to turn up the heat and use HE. So Lieutenant Richardson manoeuvres a 40 ton of British steel to bring a 75mm gun to bear. Every gun from 70 platoon fires on the farmhouse. The gunner tried to retreat out of the building. The MG gunner is taken down. The clock is ticking and running out. 17 platoon immediately resume their attack. In the assault, prioritise applying buddy aid in order to evac the wounded and secure the ground. The company sniper team that had advanced to the blockage at objective Dietrich has continued their advance and manoeuvred around behind the banner. Suddenly they're caught in a crossfire. But 17 platoon has advanced forward enough to provide support. And the SS are quickly dealt
Hello,
with.
round complete. Out.
Buddy aid continues to be a priority. as the rest of the platoon continues to advance. We've secured around half of the hamlet, and I've brought up 16 platoon to assist in the assault. We get eyes on what's left of the tank destroyer crew. And the returning fire is a little bit of overkill. With the tank destroyer crew knocked out, the rest of the SS withdraw. D Company secures the hamlet de Bernard, and we get a British Army total victory. The British have suffered 12 casualties versus the Germans 22, plus the loss of the tank destroyer. We've achieved all of the victory objectives, and as the SS withdrew, they got nothing. If we take a look at the map and some of the battle stats, bottom left hand corner, don't forget. Quickly turn on my icons. So if we look at D Company, second section, you can see the battle results and the campaign results. You can also see I've broken down the sections into an assault team and a support team with Bren. The two IC teams up there, and they've managed to scavenge a Bren. If we take a look at the Churchill, we can see the tank destroyer was a Jagdpanzer Mark IV, and we have one HE round left. And the Ford Observer, then a quick look at what's left of the SS. Not a lot. I take a note that they are veterans. As I won the battle, I'm going to assume I can do this kind of intel gathering and fog of war and all that. The last German casualties were the tank destroyer crew. And if we take a bigger picture view, I spot a sniper team at the fire line Dietrich. At least all the mortars and suppressive fire wasn't a complete waste of ammo. Thank you for watching. I hope this battle was of interest, and I shall continue on through the campaign and post the various videos as we move along.